grips. Hey everyone, my name is Steve Robinson. I have our buddy Mr. Des with us today. He's going to be helping us with workshop number, what workshop number are we in?
Workshop number 2.
He's going to help us out with workshop number 2. And in workshop number 2, you know by now that the bully's approaching from the side. We have worked on, if you're following along in your manual, let me say it that way. If you're following along in your manual, we are on page 10. Page 10. Strategy number 8, we worked on the hardstyle upward or outward block. Strategy number 9, we worked on the hardstyle upward block, and then we worked on side bear hug. So I tell you what, Des, let's get through the outward block, the upward block, and side bear hug, and time permitting, we'll go ahead and focus on that side kick and back fist at the end, okay? All right, so let's get started. It's workshop number 2. Bully's approaching from what direction, Des?
Side.
From the side. And one last thing. The key to focus on in workshop number 2, as Robbie Sora says, it says, say please and thank you. So I bet you, Des, that when your mom brought you today, you said, thanks, Mom, for bringing me to Toronto. Did you really? Give me 5, buddy. Okay. Hey, let's go ahead and get started. Again, workshop 2, bullies approaching from the side. Okay? We're going to start with the outward block, and we're going to neutralize the bully with a front kick. Des, if I can get you to slide right over here, right up next to me, okay? Right up here. Thank you. We're going to say that the bully is approaching from the side right here. Okay? And Des, I'm going to throw a punch right at you, okay? What Des is going to do is he's going to block on 1, and he's going to neutralize with the front kick on step 2. Again, Des, will you point to where the bully is? Okay? We're going to block on 1, and he's going to neutralize on 2. So Des, if you're ready, let's go ahead and get you started. All right, so prepare your arms to throw the block. Okay, we're going to start solo training. Now, when I say go, just step out of the way and block. And go ahead and sound off with a good scream. Same thing at home, okay? I want you to step out of the way of the bully's punch and throw the block with the scream. 2, 1, scream! Ah! And now from there, launch your front kick. Go! Ah, ah! Good job, buddy. Let's do it again. Same thing at home, okay? The cool thing about martial arts is you do not need a training partner. It's always better if you have a training partner, but it's not necessary. You can practice on your own. Des, I want you to stay completely out of the way, buddy. Start again. You ready? Block! And now from there, front kick. Go! Good. All right. This time, I'm going to swing the blocker right at him. So go ahead and prepare your arms. Now, don't move this foot. Take this foot and step that way. Good. Start again. Go back to your ready stance. Okay, you ready? And block. Kick. Good. Let's do it again. You ready? So if you're at home and you don't have a blocker, now I'm going to do the real thing. I'm going to throw a punch right at him. Listen to my words. Don't move this foot. You're simply going to sidestep. Okay? You ready? And block. Kick. Awesome. Let's do it one last time with a partner. Prepare the arms. Okay? If you're playing the role of the bully, that punch goes right to your partner's head. You ready? And step out of the way. Block! Kick! Good job. Okay. So that's the outward block. Upward block, I'm sorry. And when you upward block, do you remember, Des, what side of the wrist you block with?
Pinky side.
Yeah, when you upward block, you want to block with the pinky side of the wrist. Now, we're going to shift gears. The bully's still throwing a punch. He's still throwing a punch from the side. But rather than an upward block, we're going to use an outward block. Watch this. The arm starts like so, and you thrust it out. The blocking arm starts underneath, and you snap it out. And when you throw an outward block, you want to block with the thumb side of the wrist. Okay? So Des, let's try that. Okay? Start in a horse stance. Bend your knees nice and low. I have my back to the camera, but oh well. Put this arm on bottom, this arm on top. Okay? The blocking arm is right here. And when you outward block, you want to block with the thumb side of the wrist. Start again. Watch what happens at home. Notice that Dez's blocking arm is unbound. Make a nice tight fist, Dez. Okay? I want you to hit my arm right here. You ready? Block! Nice job. Right there. You want to block with the thumb side of the wrist. You ready? Block! Nice. Let's do it one more time. Prepare the arms. This time I'm not really going to throw the punch at you, okay? Just do it on your own when I say go, okay? Same thing at home. Remember, you want to block with the thumb side of the wrist. It's an outward block. It is a karate block. You ready? Go! Good. You want to bend this elbow a little bit. Right there. Okay, so now I'm going to go and throw the punch at him. Dez is going to outward block on one, and he's going to neutralize with the front kick on two, okay? So prepare your arms. All right, Big Dez. Put your feet shoulders width apart. Okay? I'm going to throw the punch right at you. You step away and outward block. And scream! Turn your wrist up. There you go, buddy. So we blocked. Now he's going to kick. Go! Good job, Dez. Let's do it again. You ready? This is an outward block. Block! Scream! Dez, awesome. Let's do it one more time. Outward block. Block! Turn your wrist all the way over. Technically, when you block, you want to block with the thumb side of the wrist. Kick! Awesome. So, the blocks are real similar. You have the upward block, okay? Dez, I'm going to cut in front of you. You have the upward block here, right here, and you have the outward block that looks like this. The outward block looks like that, okay? Two real important blocks. If you had a pick, which one you like better, the outward block or the upward block? Which one would you pick?
I think upward block for me.
Yeah, me too. The upward block is more universal in nature. The upward block will block if he's coming over the top. The outward block is not that universal. An outward block does not block if he's coming over the top. The outward block only works if it's straight out, okay? All right, so we covered the upward block. We've covered the outward block. Sticking with workshop 2. The next strategy, oh, this is a good one. This is side bear hug. Do you remember side bear hug?
Yeah, I just did it in there.
He just did it in the other room, okay? Well, that's good. You're ready to go then, huh? All right, so the bully is not going to be striking. Now the bully is going to be grabbing. And the name of the move is?
Side bear hug.
Awesome. Give me some nuts, dude. First thing we're going to do to the bully in side bear hug is we're going to neutralize him by stomping on his foot, okay? Now, Dez, do you remember the example that we always use, about stomping on the bully's foot? It's kind of like dropping a blank on his foot. Do you remember what we dropped on his foot? Bowling ball, okay? How would it feel? I'll ask the boys and girls watching. How would it feel if you dropped, well, let me ask you, how would it feel, Dez, if you dropped a 10-pound bowling ball on your foot?
I would run away screaming because it would hurt a lot.
Okay? So think about just a 10-pound bowling ball. Think about a brick being dropped on your foot. That would really hurt. Now, here's the question, Dez. Do you weigh more than 10 pounds? Yeah. Okay? So whatever you weigh, 50 pounds, 60 pounds, 70 pounds, 180 pounds, you're putting all your body weight on that bully's foot, okay? After you stomp on the bully's foot, you're going to use what we call a hammer fist. Make a nice tight fist, okay? A hammer fist is a real fast hand strike, okay? And when you hammer fist, you strike with the pinky side of the wrist. You go out and back. Get in a horse stance, Big Dez. Start in a horse stance. Point the elbow right at me. Make a nice tight fist. Bend your knees nice and low. Okay? Put your right hand up for protection. I'm going to have Dez hammer fist my hand. Out and back fast with a scream, big guy. Same thing at home. Scream! scream, scream. So the hammer fist, okay, is designed for speed. And in here, we hit each other in the belly. If it were real, we would strike below the belt, okay? So the way we tie this move, side bear hug, together is we stomp on his foot to neutralize him. And after you stomp on his foot, hopefully he lets go, and then you hammer fist him in the belly. So let's do this together, Des. As you face the camera, hands down to the sides, the bully's to the side of you, and he grabs you, okay? We're gonna stomp on the bully's foot and scream, go! Let's stomp on his foot again, that was awesome, go! All right, you stomped on his foot. Hopefully he's letting go. Even if he's not letting go, slide out to your horse stance, point your elbow, put your guard up. Now hammer fist him, go! Do it again, go! Let's do that a couple more times. You ready? Start with your feet shoulders width apart. Des, point to where the bully is. He's right over here, good. So the bully's right here. Side bear hug, he's grabbing you, and don't think that he's just gonna grab you and stay there. He's gonna try to pick you up, he's gonna try to throw you on the ground, okay? So Des, the bully's grabbing you, solo train, I'm not gonna be grabbing you right now. Same thing at home, don't grab your partner yet. All I want you to do here and at home is stomp on his foot. You ready? Stop! Even harder, stop! All your body weight is being driven down on his foot. 50 pounds on his foot, 60 pounds on his foot, 70 pounds on his foot. Now, step away from the bully, point the elbow, and now, other hand up to guard. Now, hammer fist! One more time, go! Please go back. So, now, I'm gonna grab him, okay? And Des, the first time you stomp, go for power, okay? And stomp on the floor. The second time, I want you to really tap my foot, okay? Because we'll go for aim and accuracy, okay? So if you have a training partner at home, those of you playing the role of the bully, grab your partner, stomp on the floor for power, go! Do it again, go! Now this time, find my foot, go. Tap my foot. Good, tap this one right here, buddy. Good, now step away to your horse stance, point the elbow right at me. Now you're gonna hammer fist him right in the belly, go! Good job, let's do it again. You ready? I'm gonna grab Big Des. I don't know how to work this camera very well, but we're gonna angle it down just a little bit so they can see your feet, man. Okay? Are you ready? Stomp on the floor, go! Hit my foot, go! Really hit it, go! Now step away and hammer fist the belly. Do it again! I'm gonna really rough him up this time. That was awesome, Des, okay? So you stomp on his foot and you hammer fist him. You stomp on his foot and you hammer fist him. And the name of the strategy is side bear hug. Last one. If you're playing the role of the bully, grab your partner and wrap him up from the side. You ready? You're on your own this time, my friend. You ready? Go! Now hit my foot, go! Keep going. Hammer fist. Good, do it again, go! Give me 5. Awesome. So today we focused on the upward block. Okay, we focused on the upward block. Let me get this camera right here. Let's review the upward block. Prepare your arms. Okay. You're gonna sidestep. Upward block. Very powerful karate block. You ready? Go! After you block, you neutralize with a front kick. Go! The second move we focused on is the outward block. Des, you block and then you neutralize. You ready? Block! Neutralize! Awesome job. And the final move we worked on is side bear hug. Okay? You ready? And stomp 2 times. Go! Step away, hammer fist, go! Des, great job. And there you go. That's going to complete today's session. Just so you know, next week we are going to focus on what is said to be the fastest kick punch combination in karate. It is called a shuffle side snap kick followed by a back fist. You kick him in the tummy. And after you kick him in the tummy, you strike him in the head with what we call a back fist. I'm going to show it to you real briefly. Let's see here, Mr. Des. It's strategies 11 and 12. Des, can I get you step right over here? Okay. So shuffle side kick. The bully's to the side of it. You just stay right there, okay? You be the target. I get to throw kicks at you, okay? And Des is dancing. Are you dancing, Des? Okay. Shuffle side kick. The target is to the side of me. Stay right there. I shuffle to get closer. I side kick him in his tummy. Boom. And I throw what we call a back fist. When you back fist, you want to strike with the top two knuckles right here, okay? And you aim right at his head, right at his temple. So watch again. Next week, shuffle side kick back fist. Watch. Des, position your guard stance. Guard stance, okay? All right. We're to the side of one another. I shuffle side kick him, boom, and then I throw the back fist. And that's what we're going to focus on next week. Des, you did an awesome job, buddy. You know, when the camera's on and when everybody's watching, it's a little strange, isn't it? Okay? You did an awesome job. Can I get a 5 right here? Remember, the key to focus on in this workshop is to say,
please and thank you.
and we always demonstrate that by having the posters up at the studio. Great job, everyone. We'll see you next week. We'll start to wrap the workshop up. Nice job, big guy. Give me 5 right here. Cool. You are finished. Remember, every Wednesday, Workout Wednesday with Coach Sammy, with Instructor Sam. He's going to put you through your paces. You're going to sweat and get your heart rate up. We'll see you next time.